Thursday's market SITREP here at Top Gun Options. Matthew Buckley, call sign Wiz, and a little bit late today just because I just got back from Naval Air Station Jacksonville Officers Club doing that event for one of the largest auto dealers in the state of Florida. So really looking forward to doing some follow-on work with them because they're a very good barometer of the economy as well. That's one of the benefits that Top Gun Options members get is that I literally travel around the United States, around the globe, doing keynotes and events and consulting with companies in just about every industry you can think of. And I get a little bit of insight into the economy that you're not going to get anywhere else, especially from watching Comedy Central, which many of you know that I call CNBC. A little bit of a wallowing market, and that's okay, folks. We talked about the hope and change market. What's that mean? This huge post-election rally is on the hope that Trump's going to do what he said he's going to do, and now we're waiting for the change, the follow through. And folks, this guy did more than 10 hours in office than Obama did in 8 years. So we're going to see follow through in that. But these, the financial stocks are a little lower. U.S. markets struggling as investors digest Trump's protectionism against the possibility of tax cuts and stimulus. The tax cuts are going to come, and so is the stimulus. The protectionism, I think he's going to find the right dial on the oven to make it just right. Okay, I don't think he's throwing up the walls, screw everybody else. And he's not certainly doing this, hey, it's a free-for-all that we had under Obama. The guy's a negotiator. You start with your opening position, and then you end up in the middle. Really, really bad negotiators start with their opening position, and they never move to the 50-yard line, and then you end up losing the deal forever. So, wallow around market, mainly on earnings today. Hot, cold, miss, defeat. A lot of our tech stocks are just absolutely knocking it out of the park here, folks. And Amazon is going to be reporting here in about 12 minutes. I guess I could have waited to shot that. But based on everything I know about Amazon, they're going to print money as well during their earnings. Facebook, revenue jumps. Their mobile advertising. I told you guys this. And we have three. Let me pull up my accelerated retirement portfolio here, man. Here's our Facebook year-to-date gains. Year-to-date market gain, $15,600. 25% gain year-to-date. It's end of January, beginning of February, and we're up $15,600 in Facebook. And we called this. I use the advertising on Facebook. Some of you might have joined our recent Full Throttle because of a Top Gun Options Facebook ad. So I'm not only a member of the Hair Club for Men, I'm also the president type of thing. So I use this, and I know how good it is. I know their Instagram property still needs to be monetized. They're going to do this, folks. It's technically the world's fourth largest country, I think, by people, and this guy's just going to keep monetizing it. I like it. Smashed expectations, 1.86 with a B billion monthly users, folks. I can't stand Facebook, to be honest with you. It's an absolute soap opera, and it's just depressing for a lot of people, to be honest with you. So, Apple. We talked about Apple yesterday. All of our Apple positions are crushing it. Again, they have 246, 250. At that point, who cares? It's a rounding error. Bucks. It's overseas, folks. I think it's in County Cork, Ireland, in a pub somewhere, buried under the floorboards. Bring that money home, Apple. Let's expand, let's grow, let's come up with new products besides the Apple 19. The Apple 19 better have a teleportation device in it. You got to start innovating again, folks, not just sitting on a hoard of cash. Might be nice to, Tim, if you bought back some of your shares and helped some of our options positions. So that's why I'm still bullish on Apple, not necessarily because of their innovation. I think they've kind of Microsoft themselves. There's Windows everywhere on computers, folks, except for my Apple friends. But I haven't traded Microsoft in like 20 years. It's a stodgy stock. I don't want that to happen to Apple. We talked yesterday about the ADP employment number. Nobody cares about ADP anymore except for Wednesday and half of Thursday because they need to go revise their numbers for what? For Friday's numbers. The all-important non-farm payroll is going to be tomorrow. The Fed, yawn. A yawner meeting out of the Fed should be good for the market, okay? They obviously, as I predicted, wow, you're brilliant, Wiz, they left the rates unched and offered no hint on what they're going to do next, okay? They said, inflation about 2% over the medium term. Can you define medium term? It's medium term, Wiz. Okay. Here's what really caught me yesterday and throughout today. The VIX, I think we saw a 9 print, folks. That is, whenever you hear me say this sentence, sit up in your chair and stop what you're doing. When I say this is nuts, I mean it's nuts. The VIX to 10-year lows, yeah, there was a dovish Fed and everything like that, but what the hell's going on in the world, folks? Hell, we might have a shooting war with China here pretty soon. We're bellying up to Russia with Syria, still a train wreck. Iran's firing ballistic missiles National Security Advisor Flynn, General Flynn, came out yesterday and said, Iran, you're on notice, man. There's a new sheriff in town. With the VIX down here at stupid lows, man, it is time to get long vol. My members, we had a VXX bullish double vertical in my urgent alert portfolio. For my urgent alert members, I'll probably get the urgent alert out tomorrow since we have a 4:30 webinar with John Thomas, one of my strategic partners. You should be able to look in your inbox there and see. But look at that smash. You see that? It was a smash down like a 10 handle, man. Everybody should know this. If this is the first time watching one of my videos, welcome aboard Top Gun Options. When vol is cheap, you buy it. When it's expensive, you sell it. Vol's cheap, folks. This is nuts. Get long vol. If you have no idea what that means, you need to take a test trial, a 2-week test flight into some of our services, and we'll talk about trading volatility. But that's a stupid low on the VIX with everything that's going on here. So the big thing on the radar for tomorrow, wrapping up our week, it's going to be non-farm payroll, looking for $1.70. Last time we saw 156. If this is like ADP, man, if this comes in blistering, we might be looking at 250 here. How's the market going to react, Wiz? I think it might sell off a little bit. First of all, markets are tending nowadays to sell off on Fridays into the weekend. Why? Look at last weekend. Holy immigration ban, and the market imploded on a Monday. Anything can happen over a weekend, and if anything, I might even be getting bearish going into the weekends, thinking that anything can happen. I don't think Trump's sending out a tweet on Saturday or Sunday or doing something that's going to make the market super rally on Monday. Could be wrong. Tweet, hey, I did the deal with Mexico. We're all best friends again. But most likely over the weekends, we're looking at potentially bad things happening, not good. So I think we're going to wallow around here. I put that S&P 500 bull put spread, what the 2260, 2265, or 22 whatever. Closed it yesterday for about a $1,200 gain, 70% gain in a day. I know some of my members are still milking it on. I'd be out of it by tomorrow, folks. You don't know how even though I said I think what the market's going to do, if we have a blistering jobs number, what if I'm wrong? And you turn a $1,200 winning trade on a Thursday afternoon into a $5,000 loser on a Friday morning. Don't just sit here and say I'm going to let my weekly options trades expire worthless and go golfing tomorrow morning. And then at 3:58 tomorrow, you look and the SPX is down 50 points. Don't be that moron, folks. And if you're a trader here at TGO, you're not that moron because I told you I turned this into Sister Mary Kathleen Matthew. Crack a ruler on your knuckles if you're not looking at max risk and you're not getting out of your trades. Pigs get slaughtered, folks, right? And if you're trying to be a pig and eke out all the gains in that SPX bull put spread, it might work for a couple weeks or a couple months in a row. This guy's ridiculous. I've been collecting these extra $300 on these bull put spreads for about a month now. So anyway, and then you're down $5,000. And then I'm going to get a post in the Ready Room about, you know what, Wiz, you were right. I shouldn't have been doing those things. Please don't do that. Although now it's a little too late with 6 minutes to go until the market closes. If you haven't gotten out of your SPX bull put spread, it's a flip of the coin. And obviously, if the market goes up, you can go ha-ha in my face. And if you do, my TGO members wouldn't do that because they know what I'm getting at. And hopefully, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you should sign up for TGO. You can go to our homepage, topgunoptions.com. And scroll down a little bit. It's kind of like a ski slope, beginner, intermediate, advanced. If you're relatively new to options, conservative looking portfolio, look at our accelerated retirement. If you kind of know what you're doing a little bit with options, take our intermediate test flight. And if you want to trade weekly options along with some of the intermediate stuff, take the advanced trial, okay? I got to run. I have a 4:30 webinar with John Thomas, one of our strategic partners, a mad hedge fund trader, kind of a 500-pound brain man. He had lunch with Janet Yellen a couple weeks ago. He's met presidents. He's been on the White House staff. He's a fellow naval aviator, was a Marine. He's a hell of a guy, and hopefully you checked your email inbox, and you're going to join us at 4:30, okay? I got to run. Got a long drive back from Jacksonville tonight in the dark hours here to get back to South Florida, and I'll be back with Friday's market wrap-up tomorrow. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless.